everyone receive is a reflection of us.
Welcome. Something came across my mind. The story of he who flew too close to the sun. I believe Icarus. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the one. You see, I'm looking upon these stories and my own connection to life and learning. And I'm looking for meaning, perhaps the sun and the story and the moral, without going into context, because I don't want to find what somebody else thinks it means and then interpret that. So we're looking at this from a new perspective, from a new vantage point of knowing nothing. So, if I was to say that there is a story about a man who flew too close to the sun and burnt his wings, so to speak, what do you think that could mean? Well, I replayed this in my mind and I came to an idea or a thought for me that's quite meaningful. And it goes as such. I think the concept of the sun is about the addictions. It's about the trinkets, the items that we harbor or collect. It can be anything. You only have to look at what the world's doing when it comes to collectible items. It could be NFTs for the digital side. It could be famous artworks, Pokemon cards. I mean, you've just got to look at exactly what the market has done to that. It could be anything. People are trying to buy and hoard things for money. It could be the latest piece of technology that's coming out from Apple. The latest TV or computer or video game. All of these are considered addictions. But it doesn't stop there in my view. It can be comfort eating, ice creams and lollies and sweets. All of the things that society has brought us up with. So if we take it as all of the things around us, it can be cigarettes, it can be lifestyle choices, it can also be emotional attachments to things that we thought we knew. So then, what is the story? What is the motto? For me, it would represent not being trapped by it, not being associated to the desire or the problem, or removing yourself from the foundation of desire. You can still have the items. You can still purchase the things that you need or may wish to have, but not be controlled by them. That becomes difficult when we place emotional attachment on things, or lack of financial money, or desire or fear of missing out. So the motto, in my opinion, here is the removal of yourself from the attachments of desire, to not be controlled or manipulated by the certain cases of the events. We have a television, but we don't need a bigger one because it has the latest button on it. We don't need the latest phone if all the others are working the same. There's fit for purpose. Why do you need something new? Because it's bigger. That is the trap. That is the sun. In this story, of course. So I would like to change that to say fire instead of sun. Because to me, the sun represents unity and wholeness, life-bringing. Maybe that's the motto as well. is that by looking past the illusions, we see the true value of what the sun is meant to bring to us. That wholesome unity, connectedness. So we see past the illusion, past the fire, to see what it represents. I'm getting quite deep into the conversation. So my purpose with this story is that no matter whether it's comfort food or sadness through emotions, or we buy things because we think we want them, but we've been tricked or deceived into wanting them, saying that, but I like it, but I need it for my collection. That is the removal of yourself from the control. You buy it because you want to, not because you need it or you must have it or there's a fear. If it's not there, you don't chase it. You go, well, if it's there and I'm able to find it, I will purchase it. Do I have a need for it? Does it help me with helping society? And if you don't need it, then you don't need it. Don't be deceived or tricked into it, because that's where the burning of the wings happen. That's the putting yourself first. Do we need an amplifier for our music? Yes, we do. Do we need the best amplifier? If it's still working, do I need a new one next year? No, I don't. The whole infrastructure is built on fear of missing out, being stuck within the addictions, therefore we must get the next one. If we use Pokemon, they come out with a new set and people are entrenched into it because they must have it. Or it's their livelihood because that's how they make their money, so they must get it. Or they must get it before the next person, so FOMO kicks in. And all of a sudden, the whole purpose from the original concept of playing the game with love and having fun as children has now turned into an obsession. Therefore, it has lost its meaning. Whether that was their true intention or not, that's the way that it is. Everything now, if you look at it and you say, is it an obsession? Or do we value what it is? And I don't mean money. I mean love and connection. What does it do for us? What does it do for humanity? It's like seeing a flower on a tree or a plant. It brings a smile, like seeing a bee on lavender or collecting nectar. Those are the truths of the world. So in this story, I like to think it's about freeing yourself from the control of the addictive properties that keep us trapped. It's stepping outside of the merry-go-round and watching it spin but not being affected by it. And then if you need something, you step on it and then step back off. You are in control. You are not influenced or dictated to by a need or a desire. Therefore, the fire does not burn you, and you are the mother of dragons. And then you get to see what the sun is. The beauty, the downloads, the frequency of highness and the mighty. Because now you are not determined by what a card is worth or by the sadness in what we eat. You are determined by who you are, the worthiness that you represent in being who you truly are meant to be. We're never taught these things in life. Maybe we should start doing that. I think we should all place these ideas before us, not knowing what the answer is placed by someone previous. How do we even know that's true? We don't. It's just determined by what someone says it means, and we have placed it there as its true meaning. But everything has more than one meaning, more than one answer from a different perspective. I think when we start changing our approach to how we see our environments and the things within it, and we step back and see it for what it is, that is when we truly become free. And instead of being burnt by the sun, we fly straight through it, unaffected, godlike. So it is with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.